I'm out of breath, but I gotta hurry and do this. So, because I wanted to show you guys my moringa right quick. I'm only showing you one, and it's one of the reasons it has to be brief because I know it's probably not going to tolerate being from in its environment for very long. But I'm really proud of it. It's actually harvestable. Harvestable. I planted them Monday. They're a foot, more over a foot tall, with sets of leaves ready for harvest already. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I want to top, if I may want to top them off and maybe just give myself an extra branch of produce on all of them, really. But I want to say there's time to decide that. There's really not time to decide that. But I can figure out what I want to do and do that before they suffer any damage or before they show me how they don't appreciate being congested. Anyway, I'm going to go put this away, and then I'm going to show you my tomatoes that I have been growing over the winter. So sometimes I be listening to y'all say what you can't do, and sometimes, you know, your limitations are legitimate, but sometimes, girl, you can do more than you think. You know how easily you project outward to proclaim that everything, God can do anything, and so through him, you can do all things, you know. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Imagine your name is Christ. And you need to live up to your name. You know what? I saw this young dude, just starting a garden or whatever. And he had went somewhere, so his garden had to be unattended for an extended period of time as the seasons changed. When he came back, he had plants just look like sticks, just sticks sticking up, but they had an array of beautiful peppers on them. And that occurred to me. I'm like, people be making so much work for themselves. It never occurred to me that you can let your damn shit dry on the plant. So that is a thing. I mean, that can easily be a thing. Like, why not? Right? But then the black woman in me, but then the goddess in me came back and said, well, why not is because when you harvest them the way you do, you have complete control over how clean you get them, right? Because, you know, if they're shrunken like this, they've shrunken with all the dust and insects and everything else that might have got onto and into them. So they dry with those in them. I don't want that. So I'm going to keep on doing what I do. But it is always good knowledge in SHTF situations to realize that that is an option. Options are going to be your savior. Correction. Options are going to be the gateway to you exercising your goddess-given ability to survive anything and, in fact, thrive in it. Damn, God is still sending y'all voicemail messages through me. I ain't mad. I ain't mad about it. So these are my little tomatoes that came off my tomato tree. Now these things are just from under a fluorescent light. So I don't be wanting to hear your little excuses sometimes. You know, it doesn't mean that your excuses aren't valid because I'm not going to do this again. I'm not going to do it again. You know, and even because I'm the only one that eats tomatoes, it is enough for just me, even indoors. But I can also do without tomatoes in terms of space. So this took up a little bit of space because I put it in a big pot because I wanted bigger tomatoes. So this is about as big as they got. This is my patio tomato. So the tomatoes got smaller since they were being grown indoors under limited condition. But see, they're fresh. Just picked them off the plant. I did not cut them off. I picked them off. And matter of fact, let's rinse this off. And I was down there fantasizing about my new varieties. I don't even love tomatoes that much. I like them a whole hell of a lot, but I don't even love them that much. Except as an accessory to my food, but girl, I'd be so fulfilled. I'd be so fulfilled. Y'all gotta grow you some shit. And even better if the shit you grow is shit you actually love. I'm growing so many goddamn green beans this year because that turned out real nice last year. I don't know, for those of you who weren't with us. The flavor of them things. Oh, it's my indoor tomato. One time I picked one on the earlier side. Because, you know, you can do that out with the ones outdoors. They can be kind of orange, but they'll be ready for the most part. You know, for a long time, I used to season my tomatoes with tajin. I don't know why we try to fix what ain't broke. I acted like that was the shit for a couple of years. And then when I did my first tomato tasting review, I didn't want the tajin to skew the flavor because I know tajin has lime zest in it. So I used salt to bring out the difference in the flavors of the different tomatoes. And then using that, it made me realize that's what I should always eat my tomatoes with. Either nothing or salt. There is no additional creative condiment to be added. Tomato and salt. That's it. That's all. Let's see if this was kind of on the orange side. Let's see if it's done. It be red inside. It be red inside even when it gets greener sometimes. So as I think you've seen, I have you. Nah, it's good. That's good. That'll come right out just like with the other one. And they're not as sweet as they are when they're grown outside either. I even tried to force them sweet. Wait. That's another thing. The salt will help you be able to determine sweetness, if any, and the level of it in the tomatoes as well. I don't know if it worked or not. I suspected that my indoor tomatoes wouldn't be as sweet as outdoor tomatoes. But I fucked up my test because I used the blackstrap molasses to help fertilize it. And that could have amended some sweetness and made it make up for it. Cause I did get hit when I added that salt, a little more salt. I did get hit with a slight sweetness. So fertilizing with the molasses might have helped that. Cause I really don't believe the sweetness would be. It might be though. It might be comparable even if I would have never used the molasses. I don't know because I used the molasses, but I just don't want to lie to y'all. You know how your favorite influencer be lying to you. I want y'all to know the real test. So I wanted to be able to say, the indoor tomatoes aren't as sweet as the outdoor tomatoes, but when I hit it with that salt, it might have a little sweetness to it. I never did feed myself nothing. I don't eat and then wonder why I'm not regular. What be wrong with people? What's wrong with people? I had y'all going. Did y'all smoke with me? No. Oh, okay.